33 hero, by the way. And
this game.
no, probably not, right? But out of the heroes that he's been looking at, I mean,
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard for him to choose.
He's played Ursa and Dawnbreaker that I can think of this tournament.
Dawn is still
the
in?
Dawn ban.
The Dawn was nice when they played it. That is an illusion. That's an illusion killer too.
Nice. Yeah, and the Flesh Sheep now also working against small instances of damage.
It's a good match. I mean, I think it scales pretty nicely into a Naga.
It's also the hook versus the sleep. It has a lot of value. I mean, now you can even hook through sleep. They changed that, so you can hook your allies out, you can hook the enemy.
5 seconds
and the Naga cannot sleep TP with the early levels of sleep. You need, I think it's level 3 sleep to get full max range.
And this Pudge with Frost Shield.
Exactly.
He's going to be really hard to take down.
It's a nice frontliner, nice like distraction as well for the Lesh to kind of do his own thing. The Pudge can kind of force spells onto him and then protect the Lesh. That's.
Do you think Tundra is calling, or do you think the team and he providing also good suggestions? Because I didn't even think of Pudge coming in here. I forgot.
I think a lot of people it has kind of started getting forgotten in a way, right? But because Lifestealer was so prominent, people have started to learn how to play versus it. But
hey, isn't this Lich Pudge against the Tidehunter?
He looks a lot of the Tide bottom, chain stun, with the sleep. It's like they're going for their bread and butter strat. And obviously, I do feel like Secret covered very nice angles. Both teams really got drafts they must be super happy about, and that's the first game, so it's very exciting. Who would you rather be? Hard to say. I think Tundra, their strategy is very strong. I'd put Secret on the back foot, even though I really like.
I believe that this is too good of a Lesh game. I think Lesh is going to pace on them, and I think it's going to force them into these early fights. And with the early game that I see Secret having, I would have to go with Secret draft to draft, even though I'm also the biggest Naga lover on this panel. Like, I think Naga is an incredible hero. I think if it goes past a certain point, I think Naga is going to start being too much of an issue. But I think Secret's going to roll on them.
Foggia yourself, I mean, that first pick sort of standing strong as these two have sort of said, and Nisha, he's sort of been the one to stand out and kind of single-handedly carry Secret through some of the tougher games. Is this going to be another one of them, or do you think Tundra do have the methods to deal with this Lesh?
I'm with my boy Johan, I think this time. I like the Lesh Pudge versus the Illusion strat. I think it's going to be pretty hard for Skeeter, but maybe 9, his Tusk has been miraculous in some games, so eyes on him.
I hope this game doesn't go on for Secret's case. If not, I think we're going to see another repeat of yesterday's game. Long game, Naga doing his thing, slowly people start getting picked off, you get forced into your base. Yeah, I mean, Secret, they're going to have to bring the same early game that they did yesterday and, keep the ball rolling.
Sure, and Seb, do you sort of also agree in sort of that timing sense that if this does go on, Tundra as a squad, and especially with the lineup that we have here, it's going to be tough for Secret as the minutes pass?
I've seen Tundra's first map this tournament, and ever since I can't stop thinking about them. I've watched all their replays. I think the way they play Dota is absolutely wonderful, and in my opinion, steps ahead of other teams. So, I can't not put them favorites, whatever they're going to play, actually. So I really want Secret to challenge them.
Yeah. And sort of just in terms of overall feel as well. You're coming into this game 1 grand finals on the main stage. Who's got the easier to execute line?
Easier? I mean, I think it's Secret.
Yeah.
I would say it's Secret. Like, I think Tundra have to dodge bullets. Like, they have to dodge the Tide lane, have to dodge, like, the snowball from the left. Yeah. I mean, my God is telling me Clement wants to break the curse. He is not here for second place. He's here to win.
Okay, well, thank you very much, boys. Looking forward to having you join us for Game 2. But for now, just before the game, we're going to be able to head over to Slacks and hear from the coach.
You look ravaged.
By Team Secret failures, most stupid team ever. Puppy Miss Dandy.
My keyboard is not working.
Yeah, we've got a little special video here from Resolution, a bit of a pep talk before this game begins. So what to say? There we go, some fantastic words there from Red. Smiles all around as well, very much ready for the game. We'll see how he is though, because finally maybe this bit of a punish shot, maybe not, no, we can't quite get around. He's getting hooked underneath the tap, Princess gets the Axa was the take that first kill, gets first blood for Axa, but in return, Nisha got the kill onto 9 there off the back of that excellent hook for Chrysalis.
Trade. Nisha, as you mentioned, he gets the kill, so we'll get that earlier bottom for the matchup mid. And these lanes, how they're going to be broken down, right? We've got the snaking. He's been playing this Mirana time and time again throughout this tournament. 4 branches, strong laning items, and we've got this this 33 tied with Socks on his hook link. So we haven't played as of late, but they used to play it a lot. Get a hook onto
nice
tied
hook.
spot. A lot of physical damage spot. I think can be something.
Well, I mean, look at that. Nisha's kind of interested.
वही देख रहा हूँ bro, मेरे पास रेड क्यों आ रहा है भाई?
So continue to take more attention away from the middle lane, or just be left to Chris.
मैं game ही देख रहा हूँ मैं.
33 down. So was having to be careful himself. We'll see them settle into the lane. Yeah, as well. Comments there from out before the game. Do you like that approach? Game 1 of the grand finals. You leave the OP hero in just to see if you can deal with it. You've got many games to recover if it doesn't go great.
You know, it's something that people always talk about with Puppy, right? What he does, he gives the he beats it, and it's like, oh my god, you know, you kind of break a team strategy. So I think it's a really cool approach. And just looking at these lanes now, we have the Lich Pudge versus the Tide versus Hoodwink. Both of the bottom heroes on Secret starting with Ring of Protection to deal with that physical damage, to try to tank up, because sometimes, like we mentioned,
Let's look at some of these lanes. I mean, overall, who do you have the biggest concerns for? Everybody going to have a specifically tough time in these early minutes?
I'm looking at bottom, to be honest with you. I mean, it depends on how much damage they're able to do with this, like, Gush plus this Acorn shot, but it's a lot of magical burst that could sometimes trip up a Tide, so see if 33 is able to hold up with it. They are pretty limited on regen also. But it tends to be the Tundra approach, not having too many tangos. They like their mangoes a lot.
And this mid lane matchup in particular, you know, of course, 9, one of the fantastic mid players to just continue to bring these heroes in that nobody else will really consider playing mid. Here he is, of course, bringing out Tusk. Game 1 of the grand finals. Up against the Nisha Leshrak, though. Yeah, you've got to imagine on paper, this is not going to be easy for the Tusk, right? He's got to be careful against Nisha.
I think just because of that kill that Nisha gets, you know, the bottle being coming out so early. Otherwise, I've seen these Tusks actually do pretty decent in a lot of these matchups versus range. But yeah, I think Nisha, he's going to have a blast.
See if Chrysalis is going to be okay here. Goes on cooldown. From Saxa and 33, so no further chase, but Harass keeping Chrysalis pressured underneath the tower.
It starts to get easier for Secret once they get the Frost Shield levels, which they now do have, so a lot of that physical damage resistance for Chrysalis. But as we've seen so many times, Tundra, this offlane, these two, they're special together. There's something about them. They even lane matchups you think they can't win, they sometimes end up just doing some type of crazy lane shenanigans and coming out of it, so let's see how they do adapt.
I mean, what are the things that they do so well? They are the duo that's just winning out in this lane.
It just feels like they always know how to trade a little bit better. They either trade or they just do these constant lane pulls, shenanigans with Toxa, just re-manipulating where the lane positioning is. So it's just a Tundra specialty. We're seeing top also starting to have a struggle as tends to happen versus these Enigmas. The Eidolon's building up. Chrysalis.
I mean, that bottom lane really,
it's the lane
very
to
much
watch.
it's a case of, you know, how much Tundra trying for the fill on the buff.
Yeah.
Chrysalis is suddenly getting buffed up and able to turn around. You know, Saxa in particular has to be very, very careful how close he gets to the Pudge. On the top lane so far, any sort of surprises here?
No, not so much.
देख रहे हो वार्ड कहाँ पे लगते हैं ऐसे खुफिया जगह पे लगाया
whenever you
करो
are playing
वार्ड.
those carries, it's going to be affecting you a little bit. Skeet, he's holding his own, him
मैं
snaking.
तो
They
देख
have
ही
kill
रहा
threat
हूँ.
constantly too, the early point in net with that arrow combo. Something to look out for, especially on but Rezo,
ऐसे
he's always
enemy
got
को
the
harass
vital
करते
ones,
हैं.
so they have a lot of ways to protect and block arrow combos and stuff like that with the summons.
Yeah, all in terms of the how good the game is for the Enigma, you know, how good is it for Rizzo? Is it going to be for him to have impact with the black hole, or is this one of those games where it's kind of everything else about the hero that's going to have its strengths?
It feels like that tends to be the story for the Enigma a lot of times. But if you look at his items that he's got queued up, you know, we did mention the Wraith Pact comparison.
He wants to go
He's going to go for the black hole plays and just play around his Malefice and stuns from a distance.
Absolutely, I think it's something that we're all going to be very, very happy to see. Yeah, none of this sort of Wraith Pact, you know, we want the action, we want the black holes.
Hey, if you look at the way the lineups can go, it's going to be disabled, of course, for the Enigma. Sure, the sleep reset that we see Tundra do a lot of times. There's a lot of teams with Naga Siren, but could get to some points where you have to take these fights.
Bottom lane.
Oh, he lands it.
Lovely little angle there. They've got the blast as well to slow Saxa down, but because the creeps are pushed in, tower hits will be tanked up the way. It's just able to walk out. Chrysalis definitely shows so far. I don't think he's missed a hook, really. Every one of them on point, so got to watch out for those down the road.
The 33 is free farming. So, that lane taking a look at, they've actually been able to solidify for this counter pretty nicely with Saxa's harassment. And Chris is just staying kind of low, which is a bit scary. He could constantly be getting...
लग गई ना क्रीप पे उसकी
help coming out to him, so
भाई मतलब सबसे होता है
himself a bit higher. Saxa,
क्या पता उसने क्रीप के लिए लगाई हो
they're trying to get aggressive on towards the Pudge. Saxa has the 6 charges at 30. Chrysalis, he's going to get the kill before he goes down. So they push for the kill there on the carry. I imagine something the Tundra's going to be pretty happy with. Saxa goes down, but all according to plan, I'd imagine there for Tundra, taking down Chrysalis.
Like we said, there's such an interesting approach to the way they do it. Even the Blades of Attack being picked up early on 33, not going for any tanky items. This is a fighting build. Boots right away, trying to benefit off that Blightstone, any type of minus armor they can put onto this Pudge. And it worked.
Yep, and this is sort of the classic def you see at this sort of moment from supports in that bottom lane. Me and Saxa can get over to mid, get the bottom top back up. Voila. Definitely the sort of trades that, if you're secret, you're not going to want to allow Tundra to get against you anymore in this laning stage. Be a bit careful on when they make the calls to commit for kills.
Top. Not enough to chase. Catch on bottom, though. It's an aggression on these side lanes.
Once again, Chrysalis trying his best to trade, but especially when it's 33 that's the one on top of him, not at a point where Pudge just has enough damage to kind of bring down Tide. Tide's able to threaten them. Back up in the top jungle, Zayas is snaking.
Snaking might be able to get
one-on-one. Same in the mid. He's got a decent amount of mana to try and run down 9. Stick charges are there, though. 9 far enough under the tower to survive, but back in the jungle, Snake will out of the supports.
And you see that stat build for Snake is really working. Nisha
very low around this mid lane.
Yeah,
Sax meant to try and help out with the setup. He's got a bit of a bottle charge and a fairy fire. It's not enough to keep him alive, though. 9 and Saxa taken down. Saxa come out with top moves already from the intentional death bottom, helping out the mid, and once again being around that mid lane, around these power runes to get
मतलब mid के ऊपर सारी गेम होती है लेन खाली नहीं जाने देते इधर हमारा mid
bushwhack. I mean, Saxa, he's in every single bit of place that they need him to be, and that's a big hit, of course, with that 3 points in anchor smash and the blaze of attack on top of the base boots. That's a hefty right click coming out from 33 off the back of the anchor smash, and I mean, this Hoodwink is looking kind of spooky, Fock. He's all over the place and he's making big moves.
And it's into, like, Secret, they did the preparation, right? They had the protection to kind of try to protect versus physical. They had the Frost shields, but it's not enough. This build, 33, going for that Wraith Pact, more likely rushing it. He's going to be able to keep his sustain down there, too.
Top lane. Excellent angle there for sneaking around through the trees. Catches Rezo by surprise. Wow. Tundra getting kills up and down the map right now. The Idol not quite enough to finish kicking off. Maybe they can still find him in the jungle. They can, and just off to the side of the lane. They will be able to take him down in return. But very much we're seeing sort of the supports from Tundra really just enabling the cause already in this early laning stage, getting them that extra bit of a bonus off the back of these kills. 6-3, 1k lead at the moment for Tundra.
Really clever moves. Really clever positioning as well, too. And we're probably going to see more of these rotations, 15 seconds until we do have that power rune coming out. So eyes on Saxa, see if he does make a rotation. Even filling up again for 9, so I want it to be as fight ready as possible. 3 heroes collapsing on both sides.
Trying to get the chance to trap him in there with the shots. We'll quite find it. We'll see 8-minute power in where it's going to be. It's going to be top, and Secret this time they'll be able to hold on to it. Nisha able to grip it. Snowball coming out the way of Zayat. He's only going to set up for the stun for Nisha. He's ready to run down 9. 9 has got the help for Saxon. Saxon with a bushwhack. Puts them back, but they'll still be able to run down 9. At this time, Secret, they'll bring in the extra firepower required around this mid lane. They're going to make sure that this time round, Nisha, he's not left alone.
There's just so much burst damage from both sides. We're going to be seeing heroes just getting popped left and right. But after the start of the laning phase, it's looking really nice for Tundra. Even though they were up against some of these could be tougher lanes, they've done excellent version. The Naga Siren perfectly fine versus the Enigma. Getting that early kill is a big deal. So Secret, they want to start getting a little more active.
Early little smoke here from Nisha. Feels to join Zayat and Rezo up top around this point where level 6 is online for the Enigma. He's got Black Hole if he finds the chance to turn and use it. Nine is going to try to go for it, but Rezo, he's ready. The 6 is there. Black Hole comes out onto the two of them. Zayat and Nisha, they're in with the cleanup.
This is called Black Hole.
Saxon's got to be careful getting himself back into the trees.
Back Black Hole
still sweeping around. They may still find him. See how much want to try and search. It's going to be difficult to find him. He's pretty deep, but Nisha, very resilient, continues to go further and further into the trees. They'll catch him as well. 3 dead on the top lane. Tundra wants to start that play onto Resolution. It was a big risk. They were really banged on the fact that he was on his own, but he wasn't. The smoke from mid, Secret, they catch him by surprise.
Beautiful read, really. After these last few moments, Tundra getting all these moves that are working for them. Secret, they strike back. Tundra, and also, I mean, they made this move. It's not the squishiest of heroes on the Enigma. With just these two on Tundra, they need a little bit more burst, so do have to be careful. And now he gets tower. Gonna be really early blink going.
Yeah, early tower will definitely help. Fuel purchase. Already pre-10 minutes.
Yeah, मुझे कुछ कह रहे?
So, I mean, it's top lane now. Would you
randomly
to slow down Secret speed of getting control of this
number of players that
it's not going to be easy. Maybe you lose, scout things out, but it's not easy for them to really just contest up versus Rezo at this point. And once it kind of dissuades you from really up there until you do have like Sox having level 6.
Network वाली मैंने जो की थी वो मैंने की थी उसकी
I can imagine. He wanted to match finished, so maybe looking to start pressure this tower.
He has that Ravage good to go if he sees a chance to set up for a kill on Crystalis to get some extra. They've got back down bottom, having to hold back Crystalis.
It's got the Vanguard.
A bit hard to commit.
Does get the hook on Siege.
They're bringing in a third here, and 9 is around. With 9 diving in.
Secret's full rotating now.
And Tundra, you know, they sort of learned from the mistake up top. They don't want to try and push for these kills too much. They know that Secret at the moment are on full responsive mode.
It's a pretty devastating lineup to try to commit into these kills too. And as we saw, that Black Hole, also Chain Frost for the Lich, it can just turn any type of these tides.
Being much more careful now. We'll see in terms of positioning for Tundra. They'll leave to that top lane here for the Mirana.
They just start jungling up. Skeeter scouting out with his illusions as well. They're going to constantly get clean.
Just continue to enable space. So far, so good, of course. Has a solid 1,000 gold lead against Crystalis, carrying here for Secret on the other side.
Things are close. So, as No-Tone said, we're saying, you know, the pace of the game for Secret, they probably want to accelerate things a little more. Tundra, whenever there's these low periods, they're pretty happy. They're not getting pressured.
We're going to see if they can take down Crystalis here with 3 of them. See what sort of help he gets this time round. It doesn't look like there'll be enough to save him as Tundra. They'll get the kill. They strike again when they know that it's still at this point where they're probably not. He's back up. They just don't have the methods to respond when Tundra time their aggressive moves like that.
This Hood seems to just be the best. This burst damage, him putting that 6 now.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Should be able to set up for this tower, finish it up. They still have Ravage too, so the threat.
Under attack. Radiant's
bottom other side of the map. Nisha gonna start hitting mid. He pretty much has the Bloodstone done.
Top now. Nisha. He's had many of these games where he's been at the top.
And he'll have
the whole match.
He'll have the Bloodstone a bit before the Wraith Pact is going to come out too. So we've seen a couple times Tundra, they've counteracted this Bloodstone a lot because you just prevent how much damage it does, so you prevent how much healing. So if they do get that timing, Secret could start to take advantage of the map a little bit here. Bloodstone is done, so playing around this Lash, it's going to be problematic. Tundra might have some issues in these next few moments. They're going to have to bring the Tusk and the Hoodwink maybe into most scenarios just to burst this Lash down.
We're seeing for Secret, they know how strong Nisha is at this moment. They smoke up anywhere on the map. They outnumber Tundra. They'll have a very solid fight in their hands, no doubt about it. Saxa in good position, blocked up by the Moonlight.
The scan as well catches the Secret rotation.
So maybe unlikely now that Secret are going to be able to make this sort of jump, sort of level of surprise. Quick turn with the bushwhack, make sure that there's no further jump over towards Saxa, and Saxa immediately ready to turn. They traps up in the sharp, sets up for both the arrow and the sharpshooter to bang on target, take down the kill.
That burst from a distance, you don't really need to commit too much of anything. And now Secret, their rotation ends up not working, not giving them anything big. It does show that the Bloodstone is finished though, so I think Tundra, they're going to keep tabs of that, sit back, farm a little bit, until they have an opportunity to catch this when he split away from his team. And Skeeter, he's still doing fine, you know, still loving life. Things are not problematic that they had going for the Enigma. He still has pretty good timings on his items.
Absolutely, yeah, he knows that when Secret try and poke at the rest of his team down there on the bottom half, this whole area of the map opens back up a little bit more for him. You can see the wall control, it's too bad at all for them. It's not any deep vision from Secret around this area, so Tundra pretty happy to continue to just hold this area for Secret to keep the farm up and stay up there towards the top. Only a couple of hundred behind Nisha's farm.
They've got the Wraith Pack down now too, so they probably can look to just fight back into this Slash Strike. They do need to just watch out of the big ultimates that are in there too. The Lich plus that Black Hole. To be careful how far they overcommit versus Secret's pretty tanky lineup. It's
Many times you've got to be careful how you try and poke towards Tundra. When Nine's around, he's just trapping you in the shards every single time you step up alone. Nisha, got that haste rune. We'll see if he's able to chase down anything in return. Nice little sidestep there from Nine. Make sure that he doesn't get caught out by the stun. Tundra's back under the tower, and Nisha won't be getting any kills today with this haste. Snaking.
I mean, they're watching him though.
I mean, they know that the haste is about to come to an end. Whoop. Again, some excellent dodges from both sides here. Last minute or so, Nisha making sure the arrow doesn't catch him by surprise.
Dire's middle tower
they need
is
more
under
heroes
attack.
there. They're going to go for some type of Ravage play. They need to go for those chain stuns if they're going to try to get Nisha. 1800 HP with the Bloodstone.
Say that is the thing as well, though, for Tundra. If they try and play with their ult secret, they'll very their own ultimates. Both teams having huge team fight ultimates to drop. We'll see in the middle. Bloodstone changes. They're just able to blow him up. A bit of a rare situation there where Nisha was alone. At Tundra, they make sure they don't miss out opportunity. And they make the move immediately, and nobody else is around for Secret.
No, he didn't have help, and they dropped the Wraith Pack down. So there you see, even though Bloodstone, he has all this damage coming up. It's actually not that much damage, nor that much healing. No character, they're going to commit Ravage there. Perfect.
Should be a free tier 1 tower. I'd imagine they have got the fortification. We'll see if Secret try and force a fight. There's still 10 seconds, no Nisha.
Look at the vision control as well, too, from Tundra. They have Ward on high ground, kind of watching everything right now.
Now they'll back off for now, respecting the fact that Nisha soon to be back up. But the damage certainly done to this tier 1, incredibly low. Next push will take it off the map. Secret, as soon as Nisha's back in play,
got it.
just try and find some sort of move around him. This time round, making sure that they're in position to enable the Lesh and not allow him to get caught out alone.
That's the biggest thing, right? They have to start playing as much as possible around Nisha. Try to slow down Skeeter, because all these moments, this Naga Siren's just getting all the free farm in the world. Manta's finished, has an Arcane Rune, so he's going to be able to push out these lanes freely. Just keeping all these lanes shoved in, so it's hard for Secret to really make a move without them getting caught themselves. Just that in Tundra, I mean, having these deep wards that haven't been taken out is a big deal right now.
Lead Tundra.
Shadows
Very much,
take us.
say, taking over the map with the Moonlight Shadow. See if they can catch Rezo alone. Rezo senses something's up there.
He is squishy now. I mean, he has not built any HP items whatsoever. 1000 HP there, a plethora of burst damage.
This is a scary place. Tundra, they won't hesitate to dive if Nine's able to set up with the shards into the trees. He's going to try for it, see what he can find, and he finds him.
It's a perfect trap.
I'll get the bushwhacking. Oh, Rezo getting taken down behind his tier 2. Once again, Nine just continuing to be bang on target every single time with these shards.
And this is pain. I mean, look at the moments. 5k gold lead now. He hasn't been able to find much of anything after the laning phase. They're making all the space in for Skeeter, and they're getting kills out of it too.
They need to slow Tundra down somehow, or look to to make some sort of fight around their own ultimates. Just fight for Nisha to be able to burn through these enemies with this incredible amount of damage he can do as the Lesh.
I mean, they're keeping all the lanes pushed in. Look, Snaking goes to the scary lane top. He's going to push that one out quickly. Mid's pushed in, bottom's pushed in. Skeeter's already starting to look to cut some waves. Okay, maybe suiciding some illusions, but looking to cut some waves. Pressure on the map, it's too much right now for Secret.
Just getting information on who's sort of still sat back in the base. No, Rezo's only just out, so they sort of plan for the movements of this Enigma and make sure that they're ready to prepare for any sort of jump Secret tries to make on them.
And look, they're building more and more damage.
Very far up the lane. You can see Tundra there a bit hesitant. They know that if he's going to play aggressive like that, chances are that the rest of Secret's there to back him. And Secret are able to step up.
As soon as they see anything, though, 33 is just knocking on a tier 2 bottom as this Tide. Getting close to his pipe as well, so all this damage mitigation for the Lesh. I mean, it's starting to get online.
Yeah, the amount of pressure that Tundra can apply. Something that we've seen them always had the power to do with the drop action with 33's Tide just being able to sit down here, Skeeter able to split the map up with his illusions. It's just a whole lot of everything that Secret's having to deal with right now.
Tower just continuing to get hit. 33, he just knows he's free down here because he also has that ward backup. He has Skeeter near him too. Tundra playing the map beautifully. And yeah, they build it. They got that shard early on. So that burst damage, they're gonna have much of it to take out this Lash, to take out this tanky Pudge. And yeah, lanes are already starting to get cut. There's
use the power behind here in the farm, and we see underneath the tower, Tundra start poking at him, getting him pretty low. Chain Frost will be thrown out, but not too many bounces at all, and 33's ready to go back in onto Chrysalis. Secret, at this stage of the game, they can't even protect that punch underneath their own tier 2. Rezo jumps forward, they're looking at what's down to the side. He's going to be able to step away, see if they can continue to try and get any further catch sides. We'll be able to get the toss back on. No, take him down. But very much, it's such a struggle here as we're seeing for Crystal. Under tier 2, Secret, the rest of his team pretty close by. They couldn't help him. And
they
now
need to get more.
Tundra, they're ready to try and pick more kills out of this here to head into the jungle. The Secret catch out puppy, Ravage with 33. Puts an end to the life of Zayats, and Nisha. Just hit a Rezo on the retreat right now. Tundra, see if they can get any further setup. Rush from 33. Sharpshooter hit coming in as well. Respawns will be there for Secret. Chrysalis back in action. Tundra, they won't push their luck. They're maintaining the lead. And as we've seen time and time again, once they get that lead, Tundra, they very, very rarely throw it away.
I mean, he's been absolutely free the whole game. He's got the Orchid, he's on his way to the heart, and it feels like there's going to start being some really big damage issues on Secret. And the map just continues to be pressured everywhere too, right? Tundra, they're forcing so much bottom. It's like 4 or 5 heroes of Secret having to react to this. Meanwhile, Skeeter's just, he's loving life. Plan is being executed perfectly by them. And for Secret, approaching into any of these fights, like Zayats, he still doesn't even have his blink dagger yet, so him being able to jump in, repositioning it's not easy. Rezo is the one with the blink as the initiator, but as we've seen time and time again, he's at this point. He'll just die and goes in.
It's not easy at all to find the chance to get these black holes.
Top पे उनके वो जा रहे हैं.
And look at this approach from 33. You know, we're talking about damage mitigation so much. It tends to be a big thing that Tundra's going for. The pipe, the Wraith Pact, and he's even queuing up a Mage Slayer. So really cute approach. Pudge and Lesh, right? Completely reliant on magical damage. So if he just gets an angle smash, if he gets that Mage Slayer applied on them, how are they going to be able to bring down the targets? Especially that Naga Siren, who's gonna have this heart pretty soon.
टाइनी भी सपोर्ट है, उधर से पज भी एक किस्म का टैंकी इनिशिएटर है और नीचे भी सपोर्ट है.
Very much feeling the control they have on the game this early on as well. 22 minutes in, 8k lead.
Yeah, and they even have 9
और ये कैरियर वो तो मर जाते हैं हमारे साथ.
Right? And yeah, they also have 9 who's going to be going for his standard Tusk build. He's going to be that straight physical damage burst also. So they have kind of everything going for them here to be able to take down Focus Fire the Pudge, Focus Fire the Lash, reduce their damage, and take objective. That's the other big thing too. It's going to allow them to get rushed a little bit easier.
It really very much is a case of, even through that bloodstone, they will kill Nisha so quickly. The Secret's response, it has to be easier. with their sort of counter initiations in terms of the black holes and
Radiant's
such.
top tower
I mean, it's
is under
22
attack.
minutes and there's only 2 flesh heap stacks. Never a position you want to be on the Pudge. But Chrysalis, he's got Ags done. Let's see what he's to do with this.
Around the towards 33, this is not an easy kill.
इतना tanky है
Very, very tanky out for this one. Out to him, then they're getting that kill.
5 बंदे आए हैं
Before he drops the
मारने
pipe,
के लिए.
before he drops the raid
Under
pack, so
attack.
भाई tanky
That's the
नहीं
only way they kill him.
yeah.
They've got to quick, they've got to do it safe, they've got to use the black hole in situations like that. Off the map, and it will at least sort of give them a bit of peace, maybe for the 30 seconds, knowing that Tundra, they won't have the time for the fight, but not the time, but they're still that farmed that they'll definitely still go for a quick kill,
Got him.
tied or not.
It's probably
ये बच गए लाश
get some deaths. So X for 9.
As a little bit of an extra way that he can try and prepare himself for the fight, give him a bit of a better shot of not being blown up. Targeted from
Radiant
Tundra.
structures
Yep.
are
Protect him also if there's like a snowball, he can even get inside the snowball if they play it a little bit perfectly. He can also dispel the boomerang buff, or debuff that is, which amplifies all that damage. Nisha,
This bottom tier is scary shot here for Secret unless they
Radiant's
can ensure
middle
that
tower
Tundra
is
are put off
under
from
attack.
diving. And they will manage to get back. Chrysalis, he hits the hook. Grabs bag 9 before Skeeter's able to do anything to save him. And sort of frees the rest of Secret there with the song. A good catch onto 9 there. Secret coming in with some level of response now to the move of Tundra. It's definitely not as smooth sailing as it has been for the last 10 minutes. Secret able to slow them down a little bit by bit.
yep, and now they have the blink on the Tiny, so an actual initiator rather than just forcing Rezo to be that one to jump in with Black Hole.
Loaded to the gills.
Cells back on the map. Every time they do kill one of those heroes, it feels pretty massive, at least for Secret, but Tundra doesn't seem like they care too much.
I mean, it's just the
It's
Naga
on-
siren, right? You know,
Skeeter.
Skeeter, he doesn't care if he sees a hero or a teammate die every now and then, wants a minute just one off on their own. As long as he's still hitting the creeps, he is happy. Top of the net
coming.
worth at deep heart, you can see Skeeter. Him and his illusions, it's not easy to deal with. Sort of to deal with it in terms of the Pudge and the Leshrac. We know that Tundra, they can kill these heroes. As underneath the tier 2 mid, towards Chrysalis, Skeeter, he's ready to commit in. As they go right in on top of him, Nisha will turn up for the buff, but not able to make any sort of move in time to save, and Chrysalis goes down. You see 30, he's ready to waltz right up the tier 2 as well. Zayas will jump over the toss back.
Chain Frost.
They are getting 9 pretty low. He's able to get the snowball. Ravage there for 33 ensures the 9's got the space to step
मेरी
back.
predictions more
Zayas, oh, the pushback from Saxa finishing him off. Secret trying their best to deal with this team.
Radiant's middle tower is
In
under
the
attack.
Tundra's performing, and most times 9 out of 10, they're not able to deal with it.
No.
They're not able to stop them from doing what they want. They'll push down mids,
Radiant's
take down this tier
middle tower
2.
is full.
Everything continues to just being ticked off the list here for Tundra.
This Naga is just way too farmed, really, for them. Once he shows up to the fight, they're like, oh my god, damage to go through 3,000 HP. It's gonna take them quite a while, and it's into Wraith Pack, and it's into Pipe, and also we saw through the wonderful point out,
progress
an extra
में
cloak,
एक है
just that way he is
number
gonna be
of
going back
player
to the Mage Slayer, as we mentioned. He was
at
queuing up
game
Blink for a
end.
moment, but
For the game
yeah,
end
just
तो पता
really
लगेगा.
looking for all that damage
दूसरी जो
situation,
है,
making sure that Skeeter will
player
probably
with
never go down
first
unless he
triple
gets caught
kill.
by absolutely
First triple
everything.
kill मैंने दिया हुआ है निशा को. तक नहीं है किसी को triple kill.
For them to look for these fights. Multiple blink daggers. You see even Puppy gets a blink. They need any type of follow. They need the big burst, right? If they catch
End of
one or
the
2
game,
heroes in a black hole,
मैंने क्या select
absolutely
किया?
everything.
That's
वो
all
है.
on resolution.
It is.
He's got to do something
26,
incredible.
40.
Get the toss back here on a Snaking, but Poppy's low rep. He's going to use the black hole.
Oh,
He
one.
catches Snaking though, and the
Radiant's
song's
middle
out.
tower is
Tundra, they're
under
able to
attack.
reset the time. He goes down.
Tundra
Zayas
के
also
40
the
होंगे
fall.
और
As they'll
Tundra
lose
26.
Snaking, but they get to, once again, Tundra just proving at this stage to be almost impossible for Secret to fight into.
Use black hole. BKB even to all these
हाँ,
into
total
song.
kill
And
की
it must
बात
be
है.
close to the BKB, right, Reza?
अभी 12
I mean, he
में
bought the
है.
shard, he
12
bought the
20
lens, so he has delayed it quite
Radiant's
some time
bottom
for
tower
himself.
is under attack.
And Tundra now, we're like, okay, well, no black, we can
Yep.
go for Roshan.
Straight to Roshan. They know that there's going to be no
Achha.
chance to see area of the map.
And they kill it fast with
Okay.
Riptide, with Esso, with Gush. See all that minus armor coming into play on top of the Orchid. Secret, they are reacting though, bringing 4 heroes, scanning.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
See if they can get a sort of fight going here. It's not easy. There's no Black Hole to rely on. Still take straight fight as he wants for. Snowball's going to be there for now against Nisha. They're trying to step back though. Nisha's getting off a good amount of damage. This insanity by the sharpshooter comes in, takes down Zayas. Chris is trying to stand his ground with the December. The force snap back to David. Roshan. Crooks was also having to back away. It's 33. He's trying to finish off the Roche. Puppy and Nisha. There's as well, but not heads. Snowball. They get the Ravage off the same time. Jump in to steal the Aegis, but 9 already picks it up. 3 deadly Secret. They'll take the Aegis quickly out the hands of 9. But Secret, they're getting chased back away from the pit. Very much felt like a bit of a nasty Secret to try and stop Tundra, but they couldn't take the fight around the Roche pit. It's continuing chase. Able to blink out just in time. It's a good fortune that he has that item there.
I mean, it's wild how much damage is reduced in both situations. If there's not a pipe, if there's not a
they were so clumped up and they just still didn't die.
Look how they only. I'm saying only because you see these punches on these lashes when they're able to stick on targets. Goes inside. You'd probably see some 10,000 worth of damage or something, but look at this. The damage completely
Secret, they really had to go like this. They certainly do. They go straight into the pit, and of course, having to try and Rezo does.
And sends it up north to kind of hide it away from everybody. So Secret, they're panicking to try to keep this thing, and meanwhile, they're just drop. Great place from 9. The Snowball initially to dodge the Chain Frost with his team, and then Snowball to kind of guarantee that they can get up that Roshan. Beautiful plays from Tundra. Masters of the team fight.
They are seeming unstoppable here so far in this game. 18k lead.
And it's also, you know, Ravage wasn't up until that exact moment as well, too.
Stepping up in the mid, they've got the arrow connection. There's already Bloodstone here. Look, Lotus Orb. A little bit of safety in his own Snowball, but it's only going to tear him far away from the of any of his teammates as Nisha will get slowly but surely taken out. Puppy as well to fall. Zayat's caught out by the net. Hit 3 dead on Secret. We'll see how much further they want to play this one out. It is grand finals after all, but this game 1, it just looks like there's very few answers at all to what Tundra's doing right.
They gave the Lesh, they had an idea, they had a concept, and it's working beautifully.
Radiant structures are fortified.
38 of the game.
Total number.
Radiant's middle tower is
how he did it at the end there, you know, talking about how important the Tide is, how good he is on the tier. 1 in 15.
Radiant's middle tower.
We see the effort he's able to do from start to finish.
Barracks are under attack.
Of course, Tundra. Seen many times before in the game.
मैं क्या शायद उनके Radiant के 26 kill होंगे, Team के और इनके 40 होंगे.
Interesting to point out also, Skeeter did buy as well, so feels like they're really understanding.
ऊपर असल में वो उसको बहुत बड़ा इतना total number of players that's
they're reducing the damage that's coming out from the Pudge and Lash. So how are they going to kill these big beefy targets?
They have to catch them split up. We've seen it's very few situations where Tundra, especially at this moment of the game, they back into positions that allow them to get caught one by one.
Always playing around each other perfectly. Okay.
Trying to get aggressive with 33. He has got the Ravage. Oh, pop it, and now there's the jump on 9 just straight in. Takes him out. Rezo, he has got the Black Hole off onto the 2 of them, but do they have the damage? Chain Frost, the Beekeeper's already out for 9 and Skipper. It was a nice 2-man Black Hole, but there wasn't any follow-up, but now Tundra, it looks like once again, they're setting up for the cleanup. They've got the catch on Tanisha. Bushwhack will trap him against the tree. The accurate for Snake, it keeps him locked down. He'll try and step back, but Tundra, the full 5 of them, chase him down. He'll go for the TP out. He won't make it. Everybody dead on Secret. Tundra, they're ready to resume pushing down the mid.
No buyback.
Just seems like they're just I mean, this time they're way too far ahead, but they're always, like you mentioned, everyone's always playing around each other. This time, Ravage is at the ready. 33 not even coming close to dying. And now they're all full health because Skeeter pops a song and heals them up as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We'll see if they go for one more fight. And that one more fight for Secret, once again, will be lacking big ultimates. Black Hole, of course, used by Rezo there in an attempt to get something going, but really with the BK is the Tundra have. If they get it off beforehand, then there's absolutely no chance of Secret killing these cores.
Is under attack.
30k gold lead.
Radiant's
I mean,
bottom barracks have fallen.
full item for each hero pretty much coming out now.
This is just, it's not a position where we've really seen
Radiant's
any
top
teams
tower has
be able to
fallen.
turn things around when they've been against Tundra in
No.
particular.
Especially-
Tundra get this sort of lead against you, it very much is over, unless something incredible happens.
Especially when they have this Naga and really, they look to be amazing. His illusion carries in particular for Skeeter, right? His CK, his Naga has been a pleasure to watch. Secret tried to set that this early game, but almost never in this game did they actually have a lead. The gold was always actually pretty much in favor of Tundra.
Tundra, smoke looks up, and you can feel it. They're ready to go for the finish.
Blinking in.
All right, walk it down mid.
पप्पी जो है ये पता नहीं क्या कर रहा
Sort of a distraction, you know, take Tundra away from the push. But buying some time.
The waves are all in though.
See bottom there, Nisha. Might be in a bit of trouble once again. We'll see Puppy coming with the buyback, but that sharp shot there for Saxon, nearly finishing him off with the snowball. Over was Crystallis. Chain Frost comes out from Puppy. Crystallis commits it with the BKB onto 33, but 33 is just so
There's no damage.
Barely cares at all. But this Pudge is on top of him. Another hook from Crystallis will catch on, but 33 to the cleanest combo. But at this point, Tundra, they don't even need to hit these combos. They'll just back off and reset. Not the Ravage into Song that, you know, a sort of blow away secret, but they can afford to mess that up sometimes. They got a 32k lead.
Yeah, we don't need it. It's fine, you know? Do have to watch out though, as we see Black Hole back up in 10 seconds. It's gonna have to be a 5-man. Even
It has to be a 5-man. It's got to catch them before they press BKB.
Yeah. And before Wraith Pact or Piper
What's
down.
that? We'll find 9 in the tree to get the BKB up before the dismembers there. Saxon able to poke in from the side.
He's
with
fighting.
the bushwhack. Crystallis, he's getting 9, tries to chase him out. Crystallis gets taken down. 9 caught by the fear.
That's the last team
See
right
at the
now.
side though, they're focusing down. Nisha will start at the side. 9 caught by the avalanche, will go down. Secret able to find some sort of semblance of there. They'll take out 9 immediately. Nisha does commit in with the buyback. See if there's anything Secret can do here with this minute where Tundra are without their mid laner.
Nisha can never walk up. He just gets fully focused from everyone on Tundra. And another item coming up for Skeeter in a moment.
Oh my goodness.
More heal prevention, more damage reduction, etc. Scotty's going to be coming out also for this Naga.
Extra illusion as well, with level 20 and illusion rune found on top of that also. Expect us to continue to see all 3 lanes right up to the Secret. Secret are going to try and find that Black Hole. It's just going to be so hard for them to do it anywhere outside of the base. Leaving this area of the map, leaving the, you know, there's some sort of safety at the high ground. It's just so tough against what Tundra's doing on the map right now.
36k का net worth
Even got
है
boots to travel on the 5 Mirana.
की टीम की उफ है भी बस टाइम गुजार ही रहे हैं अभी
Well, there we go, very much. You can see Secret, I think they know that this is a spot game one that's tough,
लेकिन
but
bro
there's a long
final
series ahead
मैच
of
ही
them,
अपनी
so
है
things positive. And very much still continuing to give it their all. Smoked up here, Zayat some resolution.
Most people find it, you get kind of laughing in these type of games, and you're like, oh, okay, whew.
बेड होगा
A heart now for 33.
So this is a scary place of resolution and Zayat. Close
Tally ho!
Tundra.
Radiant's middle
And
tower
in the
is
trees,
under
everyone on
attack.
Tundra is just so farmed at this point. Pretty much every single hero core.
Zayat. So hard to get any grab, any toss back.
Snaking's got bots, Lotus, 4-staff, Drum. It is
massive.
a 5-position Mirana, by the way.
Seen some
Radiant's
farm
middle
supports
tower is
today.
under attack.
This one's certainly up there from Snaking.
Tundra just tend to do this a lot of times too, right? Distribute their wealth nicely, especially, I mean, at this point in this game, of course, when they have all the space in the world, but...
Mate, C33, but he's got not an easy jump. They're going to try.
इसके चक्कर में थे
Radiant's middle tower
It's
इसमें
just
मरना नहीं
so
है
rough to try and commit onto this tide.
He just Mage Slayer hits them and they do nothing.
They've got to back off. 33's toying with the idea of a Ravage as well. Nisha nearly getting caught out by the bushwhack. Will get jumped by 9. He's in with the Walrus punch. A Secret just scrambling back up towards the high ground, and I tell you what, I think they're quite lucky to get out of there with nobody going down.
They can't even, I mean, they tickle the tide. This build really from 33 is working perfectly. I mean,
it's unkillable.
The Pipe Wraith pack we've seen so many times, but just throwing in this Mage Slayer because he sees that both cores are this magic damage emphasis.
6-1 and 21, exactly what you hope to see from your offlane.
The lead Dota.
Roshan should be another one here for Tundra. Again, these illusions from Skeeter making sure that Secret, they cannot even dream of getting anywhere close to the Roshan.
Everything pushed in. Up for a journey, trying to maybe collect some bounty runes. Place will be okay. Snaking won't find him. The Roshan acquired 40k gold lead.
Absolutely just passing by the sort of 1k gold.
40k, bhai, 39k ho gaya.
See in terms of a lead, and at this stage of the game. Pretty much a full nullified done as well.
Naga ne itna palm kiya bhai, mere
Even tougher. Try and protect that core that gets jumped upon by 9.
They're looking to go to. They're smoked. So many of these heroes just get immediately burst down. Especially Puppy.
With that Aegis, Tundra know they can look to get into the base of Secret.
33's taking the tower himself. He's just anchor smashing it. Yeah. He's got the talent.
So time for some sort of a hook.
They can't stop him.
Radiant's middle tower.
Now what's his Science? He's looking for a toss back. 9 in response immediately on top of him. That's Science gone. No buyback for him. Of the BKB, he's got to use it to step back, get some sort of distance between him and the rest of the team. He's going to try and stand his ground on 33 and 9. Jumps in with a Warrior's Punch into the snowball. Over on Nisha Rezo. He's going to go for the black hole. The song is there.
It's healing him.
I mean, the black hole not enough to take him out through the BKB. Rezo's out.
And
does have a buyback, but even if he opts to do so, won't have a black hole to use. Tundra, they'll continue this push up towards the top lane. Taking down this set of barracks. The Secret, we'll see if they go for one last move. Maybe hope that Tundra gets a bit close to the fountain, but Tundra, they don't mess it around. They're not making any mistake. 33 pops the Ravage, catches out Nisha and Chrysalis. Chrysalis getting low. He might just be able to reset this time. If he overlords the fountain, actually able to live Nisha. Also able to keep himself alive for now with the Lotus. Reflects the net, but 33 is in on top of him. No one else able to get Nisha. He's out for 100 seconds. The tier 4 to go. And Tundra, they take this game 1. My goodness, they take this game 1. This was not close. Tundra in full complete control. I mean, it felt like after 10 minutes, Secret, they didn't have a chance at all in this.